It's the corporate sector in aggregate that is the major contributor to the issue. If you take the UK, roughly 4% of our carbon emissions come from the NHS, say, which is our largest organisation. The electricity industry produces about 15% of those carbon emissions.
SSE, interestingly, has a strategy which is completely aligned with solving that problem. The electricity system needs to transition first so that everybody else can transition. And that's what's so important about this, I think. And that's the role SSE plays. And the board's very aware of that, and we talk about it. When you first joined SSE, because we've moved a long way since, but when you first joined SSE, what was the view on climate?
I joined in 2007. First of all, as a plain non-executive director. And I think at that point we had a fairly unsophisticated approach and understanding of climate change. We were aware of the science, but we were, as it happened, the second most polluting company in the UK at that point. And we had a real, I can remember it well, a real turning point at a board in 2008. And we thought, actually, we cannot continue as a company with emitting this level of greenhouse gas through our generation fleet. And at that board, we said to the executive, go away and think about how we start to think about carbon reduction targets. We went from, when I joined SSE 2007, to emitting 25 million tonnes of carbon, to when I left at towards the end of 2021 of emitting 10 million tonnes.
It's about 5 or 6 million tonnes now. As we look forward, it's getting harder because the world's getting tougher. Increasingly, we have to be in proper dialogue with the government to say, because I mean the really interesting thing I find, and increasingly is the case, our job. We've all got the ambition of a net zero. We know we need to get there. Our job is to be the interface between that ambition and shareholder money.
Yeah.
And we're the sort of interlocutor between those two things. Yeah. And so we have to be persuading the government how they can attract private capital into their ambition.
Yeah.
We have to be increasingly scientific as we do it. And the most recent manifestation or evolution is, of course, the Net Zero Transition Plan, where we have now written down, and actually for the first time, given a trajectory. And interestingly, in our future trajectory, SSE's emissions and government policy will be completely interlocked.
Yeah. I think if I track back to that famous board in 2008, one of the things that started to become clear was just the importance of holding a really long-term vision. During my period, and up until recently, your period, we had one CEO for 12 years. And during that time, we had 23 energy ministers and secretaries of state. And you just have to articulate that vision and then plot your way through an endless succession of different personalities and approaches.
And sometimes they come back a second time.
And sometimes, if you're unlucky, they come back a second time.